Hi there, welcome to the Motley Crew, the channel that showcases games from the Motley Crew fleet members, and this is a mono Motley game. That is, it features just one member of the fleet, and it's called Broken, and no guesses what this one's about. So we've got Chin in the Tier 7 German carrier Parsifal. I'm sure, like me, you've all been out there swearing at the new meta, because, let's face it, I think the game is a little bit broken at the moment, hence the title.
Hello, I forgot you even put an invite up.
Hey,
I'm sure you've watched
I've seen it and I was like, ah, shit.
Content from CCs and other providers. I would point you towards two vids by Beautiful Muse. The first one is a little bit long, but she sums it up very thoroughly. And I'm going to quickly paraphrase what she says. So basically, as she points out, carriers were designed not just for strike, observation. One of the things they've done that has ruined the game so far, they've removed spotting, not just for carrier planes, but also for ship planes, fighters and spotter planes, which is a nonsense, really. That, I think, should be restored. They are regenerating planes far too quickly. By all means, regenerate full squadrons, but extend that regeneration time, because it's a nonsense having full squadrons over you almost continuously. As Beautiful Muse also points out, and a hat tip to her again, carriers weren't really broken. It was ship AA that was broken. They could have done a much better job by enhancing ship AA. And I'm sure, like me, a lot of you have spent valuable credits boosting your ship AA, different modules, etc., etc. And to be honest, it's not that much of an enhancement. We need to boost ship AA. Because they've removed spotting, as Muse also points out, what you're now getting is damage farming. And I suspect an awful lot of the complaints were originally from BB mains and probably DD mains. I can understand if their AA is not working, but you reap what you sow. And so we've gone from a game where, although you had the spotting capability, unfortunately not very many carrier players did spot, to a game now where it's just damage farming. And I've done it myself. Why not? You know, but it means that if you're not in a carrier, it's a pretty miserable time out there. This game was recorded last night just before we went live on the live stream.
Bye.
And as you'll see, it's very quick. The damage farming, quite rightly, as I said, Chin is damage farming. Why not? That's the meta now. We're not spotting anymore. So arguably, the first to complain about the new meta will probably be those who complained about the old meta, because they're the guys who are getting hammered. I like the range thing. I think it could be longer, and I can understand a complaint from a lot of DD players was that carrier, if they did spot, they could just hover over a DD almost indefinitely if they wanted to, which was not really fair. So I think having a range, I like the range, as I said. Make it a little bit longer, maybe enhance that, so perhaps 20, 30, 40% more range, but still have a limit as to how long a squadron can stay up. Extend the squadron rebuild. So once your first two squadrons have launched, perhaps gradually extend how long it takes to rebuild the squadron. But most of all, enhance AA. I'll say again, you know, we've all spent credits, I'm sure, in trying to enhance AA, and to be honest, it's not really working. With the exception of a few ships, the AA is not good enough in the game. And what concerns me is we're going to start to lose even more players if we're not careful. I think you can see more players going over to AI, and I also think you can see more players playing game modes where there are no carriers. And we've got fleet battles tonight, no carriers, thank goodness. I know that Wargaming has said one of the reasons for this rework is so that they can include carriers in those game modes. I don't think that's going to happen at the moment, is it? I hope Wargaming man up and actually admit, look, we got this wrong. How on earth it got through testing, God only knows. Did they test it? Or was it done by people who've never played CVs? I hope, as I said, I hope they man up and say, we've got this really wrong. We're going to go back to square one. We may keep the range, enhance the range, as I said, but restore spotting. And I think an awful lot of us would actually turn around and say, if they went back to the old meta, the old system, yay, fantastic. Because as I say, the only people who are suffering now are probably those who complained in the first place. Because they're the ones who are getting farmed for damage.
88.9k already.
And I think this game, it's short and sweet. It sums everything up. You know, the damage being wrought by these ships now, the carriers, is so large. It's ridiculous. As you'll see there, you know, just over 5 minutes in and Chin's got nearly 100,000 damage. I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think that's sustainable. I know battleships can get big damage scores, but that's over a whole game, not in 5 minutes.
Low point game.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I put my 2 penny worth in, and we will be back with arguably more normal content very soon.